What's up, y'all? It's your girl D Simone here. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to educate, empower, and motivate. All right, so let's get to it. Today's topic is specifically about my head wrap that I wear on my head. I like to call it my signature head wrap. Um, I started wrapping my uh, hair off and on for over. Well, first of all, I've been natural for well over 20 years. So I started wrapping my hair and playing with different hairstyles over the years. But I seriously started wearing head wrap, top knot. The way that I tie it is also known as a top knot. I seriously started wearing that way with a purpose about 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. Um, it was just that when I put it on at that particular time and where I was in my life at that particular time, it really resonated with who I was and the woman that I was becoming at the time. And continuously evolving. Needless to say, that stuck with me because it just gave me such a feeling of empowerment. It gave me a feeling of belonging. It just seemed so natural for me to wear the head wrap. So anyway, since then, I've it's become part of my everyday wardrobe. I wear it to work. It's my uniform per se. It reminds me of who I am when I go out into the world. It reminds me of how I should behave, how I should conduct myself. It does a lot of things for me personally. So this is why I wear this. But this particular video is not necessarily about why I wear it. It's more to inform. It's more about informing those. I get inquiries every day. I shouldn't say every day. I get inquiries often on how many head wraps do I have, especially from my students. They're always wondering how many do I have, and they want to know, oh, why do you always wear that thing on your head, they call it, and how many colors do you have, and so it's always just so fascinating to many people when it comes to my head wrap. But more so, many people ask me about how I actually tie it and how do I get it the way that I get it. First and foremost, it does take practice. It does take practice. It takes practice with um, the type of material. It takes practice with knowing how much material that you're using. So all of those things simply comes with experience in wearing it. So for me, the one that I am going to talk about today is this material that I just got, this particular pattern of material, and I just couldn't wait to share it with you. And as a matter of fact, I did record the buying experience in terms of how do I go to the fabric store and show the different types of fabrics, and then have um, the folks at the fabric store cut it. I will tell them how much I want of that particular pattern and so forth. I am going to try to insert that experience into this video. I will say it may or may not work, as I'm still learning and trying to find my way about this whole social media video editing thing, because I'm not yet at a point where I can really outsource and hire out. But trust and believe, your girl gonna get there one day where she's not dealing with all this kind of stuff. But for now, I am going to try to insert it in. If not, I will then find a way to share that information with you on another video. So for the sake purpose of this video, this is the fabric that I'm talking about um, tonight. And this is 1 yard. This is 1 yard actually. And so what I would do, typically what I do is I take the material and I fold it in half the long way. I fold it in half the long way. And once I fold it in half the long way, and I try to get it as even as possible. So as I prep my hair, I put my hair in 2 French braids. I'm always have my hair braided underneath the head wrap. I have it oiled, moisturized, because although you are natural, hair care is still very important. You still must take care of your crop. It's just a non-negotiable. You still must take care of your crop underneath whatever you're wearing. And there's many hair protective styles that us women wear. Women of color, we wear the braids, we wear weaves. Doesn't mean that we don't have hair. Those styles are protective styles, and in a lot of cases, they're just more convenient for us. For us women that are working, children, hustling, grinding, and we on the move. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let me get back to this. So I fold it in half as evenly as possible. And then what I do is I will take the smooth part, not the part with the jagged edges. You see the jagged edges there? I take the part with the smooth part and I put that in the back. The reason I take the part with the smooth part and put that in the back is because it's easier for me to disguise, hide, tuck, or do whatever I need to do with the jagged edges if they're up here. If I have them in the back, it's going to look a little shabby. So I take the smooth part so I can know that's done. Once that is done, I have 2 parts. 2 parts. So that part in the middle, I'm not really concerned about that part being even or anything like that. Again, I have an opportunity to still adjust that accordingly. So I crisscross, then I tuck and tie. Again, I'm not concerned about the part that's hanging down. So I tie and pull. That's one. You see why I wasn't concerned about that was hanging down? Because it kind of took care of itself. It took care of itself. So I take it, and then at this point, I will do a little bit of an adjustment here, and I will take this side or either side, and then I will wrap it around until there's no more material. Wherever I end, and then I tuck it underneath. That's why the type of material that you are working with is very, very important for this process. Because if the material that you are working with is coarse and it's stiff and it's not going to give you that smooth tuck and workability that you need to get that nice little tuck. So one side is tucked. So now I have this side. So now I'm going to take this and bring it around like that. So now you see this part again. It's the workability factor, but this fabric is like a knit fabric, t-shirt type, soft knit fabric, similar to jersey knit. It's easy to work with. See how I'm bringing it around? And now I can tuck that just so. Now, again, this material is great to work with. I can tuck it and pull and adjust accordingly. And there you have it. So that's how I wrap my signature top knot head wrap. So I hope that this video was helpful to you in terms of sharing information, because as we know here on my channel, I am here to educate, empower, and motivate you to become the best version of yourself in whatever area that may be. I do that through sharing information. I do that through dropping wisdom or knowledge or life experiences. So that is my intention for this channel, and that's what you will see me continuously work on building this platform around that message. So particularly tonight was special because I know quite a few people were inquiring about it. So there you have it, and that's how it's done. And again, it's going to take practice. Also, one thing I failed to mention, I told you that this was 1 yard of material. You have to work with what you're comfortable with. Me personally, I like my knot to be this thickness and this fullness, but that's just me. You may not necessarily like or want your knot to be this thick or this full, and that's cool. What you do is you would then just get less material. You'll ask for a 1/2 yard or a 1/4 yard of material instead, until you're comfortable enough wearing it. So then you can work your way up. Or if you want to wear it at a certain volume, you want your knot at a certain volume just for daily wear, or if you're going out to a very special extravagant occasion and then you say I want to step it up, and then you want your top knot to be a little more pronounced, then you'll already be comfortable with that. So again, it's going to take practice. It definitely takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's just another, and this is not to tell you that you should wear head wraps every day like me, but no, it does offer another alternative for you, for whatever reason. More importantly, more specifically on a topic that's near and dear to my heart, it offers an alternative for the many women that are experiencing hair loss. So many of our women right now are experiencing hair loss at a rapid rate, of all ages. It's not just older women, it's women of all ages. So I wanted to also put myself out there and extend this video to say you still have an alternative if you didn't want to wear a wig, or if you have so much hair loss where you couldn't get a weave. You still have other alternatives, and you can still wear a hair wrap, and you can still feel sexy, attractive, and beautiful, because we are here to also encourage each other to embrace our self-care. Right. So there are other alternatives in doing that if you are experiencing hair loss as well. So I'm going to run. And I just wanted to share this with you. And until next time, you peace and be well. And I look forward to you on the next video. All right. Peace. Enjoy your evening.